The story of law and society is deeply intertwined with the evolution of human civilization. Law, in its broadest sense, refers to a system of rules created and enforced by a governing authority to regulate behavior, maintain order, and provide justice. The origins of law are as old as human society itself, as the need for rules and social order arises naturally when people live in groups. Here's a brief overview of the origins and evolution of law in society. 1. Prehistoric and ancient law. In prehistoric societies, law existed in its most rudimentary form. Early human communities developed unwritten codes and customs to govern behavior, settle disputes, and ensure cooperation. These laws were often based on traditions, social norms, and religious beliefs. The earliest known legal codes date back to ancient Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq. The Code of Ur-Nammu, circa 2100 to 2050 BCE, is one of the oldest surviving written laws, followed by the Code of Hammurabi, circa 1754 BCE, a Babylonian code that established laws covering a wide range of issues, such as property rights, family law, and criminal justice. Hammurabi's code introduced the principle of lex talionis, or an eye for an eye, which emphasized proportional punishment. In ancient Egypt, law was influenced by the concept of ma'at, which represented truth, balance, and order. Pharaohs were seen as both rulers and divine judges who enforced laws in accordance with ma'at. 2. Classical law, Greek and Roman contributions. In ancient Greece, law became more systematized, especially in city-states like Athens, where the idea of democracy emerged. Greek law focused on fairness and was characterized by public trials and debates. Philosophers like Plato and Aristotle also contributed to legal thought, discussing the relationship between law, justice, and morality. Roman law laid the groundwork for many modern legal systems. The Law of the 12 Tables, circa 450 BCE, was the first attempt to codify Roman laws, making them publicly accessible. Over time, Roman law evolved into a sophisticated system that included concepts like jus civile, civil law, and jus gentium, law of nations. Roman jurists developed principles that influenced later legal traditions, such as contracts, property rights, and legal representation. 3. Medieval law and the rise of common and civil law traditions. After the fall of the Roman Empire, Europe experienced a period of fragmentation and the rise of feudalism. Legal systems became localized, and laws were often based on customs and feudal codes. The Church played a significant role in developing canon law, which governed religious matters and had a significant impact on secular laws. In England, the development of common law began in the 12th century under the reign of Henry II. Common law was based on court decisions and judicial precedents rather than written statutes. Judges relied on past rulings to resolve new cases, creating a body of law that evolved over time. In continental Europe, the rediscovery of Roman law during the 11th and 12th centuries led to the development of the civil law tradition. Civil law was characterized by the systematic codification of laws, as seen in the Corpus Juris Civilis, body of civil law, compiled under the Byzantine Emperor Justinian I in the 6th century. 4. Early modern period, the Enlightenment and legal reform. The Enlightenment era, 17th to 18th centuries, brought significant changes to legal thought. Philosophers like John Locke, Montesquieu, and Jean-Jacques Rousseau introduced ideas about natural rights, the social contract, and the separation of powers. These ideas influenced the development of modern legal systems, including the American and French revolutions. The Napoleonic Code, 1804, a comprehensive legal code established in France under Napoleon Bonaparte, became a model for many civil law systems worldwide. It emphasized clarity, equality before the law, and the secularization of legal principles. 5. Modern law, globalization and human rights. In the 19th and 20th centuries, legal systems around the world underwent further transformation due to industrialization, colonialism, and the expansion of trade. International law began to develop, with treaties and organizations established to regulate relations between states. The aftermath of World War II marked a turning point in the development of international law and human rights. The establishment of the United Nations and the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, 1948, created a framework for protecting human rights globally. In contemporary society, law continues to evolve in response to social, technological, and political changes. Modern legal systems encompass a wide range of issues, including environmental law, cyber law, intellectual property, and global governance.